Now with adult learners, a lot of times you can still incorporate the fun of a classroom activity. Now this has worked well with my high school students, and you could use it also for adults. One of the first games that we like to play is called America's Top Editor. And in America's Top Editor, you hand out worksheets that have paragraphs or short stories that have a lot of editing errors when it comes to punctuation, quotations, capitalizations. Make sure that they're riddled with errors. Assign groups and then have them each compete against each other to see who is the fastest and most concise in finding all the punctuation errors. A lot of times the competition gets the adults and the students more into the idea of punctuation. So that's a fun one. The second game is called The Lazy Editor, and this one is a partnership game. So assign partners with your adults and then give about 5 to 10 minutes to one member of each partnership to write a paragraph. And in this paragraph, instruct them to be as lazy as possible when it comes to their punctuation. So if they're writing a paragraph, give them a prompt, describe one of your funniest moments. And when they're writing it, make sure that they're eliminating periods, eliminating commas, hyphens, whatever they think probably needs to go in there, eliminate them. And then after the end of the 5 to 10 minutes, they switch papers with their partner, and then they have to correct them and see who can find the most the most punctuation marks that are missing or anything that looks amiss. You can also present what they've learned at the end of this activity, which is pretty helpful for the learning process. The third thing is called the What Am I game, and this is where you're going to have to prepare beforehand a list of commonly misused punctuation marks. A lot of times we'll see incorrectly used semicolons, colons, dashes, hyphens, which are the smaller version of dashes, and have them each from these worksheets take out some of them and have to explain to their group members what this punctuation mark does. So they have to say in first person, I am a punctuation mark that indicates the stop of one independent clause and begins the start of another independent clause. What am I? And so then the other group members would have to say, ooh, it's a semicolon. It's kind of a cheesy game to play, but it does get a lot of laughs and it's pretty fun. The fourth game you can play is strips of paper. And strips of paper is a challenge to give the adult learners the activity of writing a very, very long sentence on a long strip of paper, and you can use butcher paper, whatever you have available, to see which group can come up with the longest sentence that is A, not a run-on, and B, has all proper punctuation marks. Points can go to teams that have the most punctuation marks, the one who has the best usage of a colon, whatever you want to use or whatever rules you want to say in the beginning. Just make sure that the focus is on the length of the sentence and who can get the longest one correctly. So once again, my name is Cristina Gutierrez-Brewster, and those were a few ways to play games that involve punctuation with adult learners.